Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, uncle fatally shoots a nephew during machete attack in Bog Walk. An argument between a man and his uncle, reportedly over a piece of property, turned deadly in Bog Walk, St. Catherine today. The nephew reportedly attacked and chopped his uncle, who is a licensed firearm holder, with a machete, and the man opened fire. The deceased has been identified as 31-year-old laborer Demar Facey of Swamp Lane in Bog Walk. Reports are that about 8:30 a.m., the uncle was at his home in the community when he was allegedly attacked by Facey with a machete while arguing over a piece of property. Facey reportedly used the machete to chop his uncle, who fired his licensed firearm, hitting his nephew. Both injured men were taken to the Linstead Hospital, where they were admitted. Facey later succumbed to his injuries. The Bog Walk police are investigating the incident. Suspect in murder of alleged gang leader in Olympic Gardens arrested in St. Mary. A man who was being sought in relation to last week's shooting death of an alleged gang leader in Olympic Gardens, St. Andrew, has been arrested in St. Mary. The police say the suspect was apprehended around 6 a.m. on Monday during an intelligence-driven operation in the Lebanon housing scheme in Islington. He is to be questioned as part of the probe into the gunning down of Mark Harrison, otherwise called Mark II, at his premises in Olympic Gardens, St. Andrew, on Wednesday, June 11, around 11 p.m. According to the police, Harrison is the alleged leader of the 440 Drive gang. The suspect reportedly fled the area following the killing and was being tracked by the police, who were reportedly hot on his heels up to the time of his arrest. The Jamaica Constabulary Force remains committed to working collaboratively across the divisions to pursue wanted individuals and ensure public safety. Commander of the St. Mary Police, Anthony Wallace, told the news. The police are appealing to anyone with information that can assist in this or any other investigation to contact the St. Mary Police at 876-994-2223, 876-333-9530, or Crime Stop at 311. St. Catherine men accused of lottery scamming granted bail. 3 St. Catherine men accused of being involved in lottery scamming were today each granted a $200,000 bail with a surety in the parish court. Akeem Hay, Tashan Sterling, and Steve Wilson are charged with breaches of the Law Reform, Fraudulent Transactions, Special Provisions Act. In granting bail, acting senior parish court judge Janelle Nelson Gale ordered the men to report to the police twice weekly, surrender their travel documents, and submit their fingerprints. The men were represented by attorneys at law Carol Hay and Donahue Martin. Allegations outlined in court are that about 4:45 a.m. on June 7, the police conducted an operation in Old Harbor during which the men were held. They allegedly handed over their cell phones and the passwords to the police, and the devices were searched. During the search, the police allegedly discovered several lead sheets with the names, addresses, and identification of persons living overseas. The men were arrested and charged. Man gunned down in Fairview, Spanish Town. A 52-year-old man was gunned down in his community of Fairview in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, on Monday. He is Samuel Reed, a caregiver of Fair Avenue in the area. It is reported that around 4:50 p.m., residents heard loud explosions and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, Reed was found lying face down on a road suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police have yet to establish a motive in Reed's demise. Detectives assigned to the Spanish Town Police Station are investigating the matter. Man dies after falling from ladder during strong winds in Portmore. The police in Portmore, St. Catherine, are investigating the death of a man who reportedly fell from a ladder during the passage of strong winds on Monday. The deceased has been identified as 55-year-old Devon Cunningham. The news understands that Cunningham, who was a contractor for a utility company, was reportedly running a wire at the time. Yesterday, sections of the island were impacted by heavy winds and rain. The Met Office later informed that a larger area of showers and thunderstorms had created squall-like activities. A squall is a sudden increase in winds and is often associated with thunderstorms and can bring strong winds, heavy rains, thunder, and lightning. Cunningham's death has left persons in mourning. A gaming vendor for more than a decade in the Cumberland community said she knew Cunningham to be experienced and that he may have underestimated the strength of the wind. It evenly covers shipping container, so you can imagine what it would do to the ladder. But maybe him did up there already and could not move, she said. A groundsman at a nearby school said the winds were powerful. It broke a tree over the school in two. It was rough, he said. Another friend of Cunningham told the news that he heard he fell and hit his head. It's a hard drop, especially with that breeze. I hear him lick him head and probably his neck break. Reggae singer Leroy Gibbons has died. There have been reports that the singer collapsed at a studio in Hanover on Tuesday morning. Gibbons was well known for hits such as Four Season Lover, Little More Like You, Some Fat Girl, and others. Condolences have been pouring in on social media from fans and well-wishers following news of his death. Ingleside residents disgruntled after NWC digs up newly paved road. Residents of the upscale community of Ingleside in Mandeville are demanding that the National Water Commission repair a section of the roadway that has been dug up for the second time in months. The residents contended that the road, which was patched earlier this year, was dug up by the NWC to connect a pipeline to new homes along Battersea Road in the community and has been left in a deplorable state for months. Prominent medical doctor Clive Lai, who is an executive member of the Ingleside Citizens Association, said the road was patched recently by a citizen after months of the NWC's previous work.
Yeah, my name is Clive Lai. I'm a resident of the Ingleside community. I'm currently the treasurer of the Ingleside Citizens Association. Behind me, we see the NWC at work. Months ago, they came to dig up this same road to connect pipes to this apartment complex over there. After we thought they connected the pipes, they just threw back the dirt inside the hole. They just threw back the dirt inside the hole and never came back. Rains came, washed away the dirt, big potholes. We had to negotiate the potholes. The citizens had to negotiate it. We did some patching here and there so that we could comfortably drive through it. Until about last week, no more than 2 weeks ago, a citizen in the community took it upon himself to barber green to pave it so that we could drive comfortably through. And he did it and we were so happy. Today now I'm coming from Kingston and I'm going home and I see the NWC digging up back the road. See? Digging up back the road even deeper than before. On two sides. And I got upset because how could they dig up something that we just paved? Nobody says anything. And now they are telling us, the citizens, that they cannot promise that they will patch it when they are finished. They have to wait a couple weeks for it to settle and then they'll have to get a contractor now to do it when they have enough asphalt, things like that. I mean, this is just utter nonsense. We the citizens are very upset about it. And we want to put pressure on the NWC to fulfill their commitment and promise to pave the road when they are finished. You know that I don't get water from NWC because the pressure can't reach my house. The pressure can't reach my house. So I rely on rain, and we haven't been having any rain. I have to buy water, truck water to my house. So NWC is not doing me a favor. All right? I still have to get water for myself. All right.
And what is their response in terms of when they finish with this work here?
All right. When they finish with this work, they are telling me they are going to dump it as usual and let it settle for a couple of weeks. When it is set, then they are going to get a contractor who is going to pave it. Now the contractor cannot pave it unless they have enough work, because it doesn't make sense buying X amount of asphalt to show just on this little part. So they have to wait until he gets enough work to fix this road. You follow? And therefore it's going to be another long wait, and we are going into the rainy season. It's going to dig up again if they don't fix it.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.